All right, folks, we are live. You got RalphieBaby, and I have a very special guest from the Villainess Vixen channel. Please go to her channel. Consider subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And let me just kind of say this about her. She's a very nice lady,
Thank you.
and her channel has a very chill, relaxed. It's not. It's very chill and relaxed. So if you want to just see a woman talk about films, talk about the films she loves, the women in horror that she loves, facts about her. I like those. It's cool. Just she drops facts about herself. Check out Villainous Vixen channel. And I'd like to say welcome to, I call her VV. She is the Villainous Vixen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited for this.
Thank you. Now this is we did a live stream on your channel called the top 10 horror movies of all time, I believe, or top 5.
Yes, top 5. Yep.
Top 5. Fun. And in our conversation, there were films each of us had never seen, and we each were like, "You've never seen that? What's going on?" So there were 2 prominent ones, and we decided to do a double review. We're each going to kind of review the other's movie with commentary from the other person as well. And VV picked Pieces, the Notorious Pieces, and I picked the Roger Corman Masque of the Red Death. So let me ask you, VV, how did you find Masque of the Red Death with Vincent Price?
I loved it, to be honest with you. I wasn't familiar with a lot of his movies. Like I knew The Fly, House of Wax, Theater of Blood. I knew some, like a couple of them, but this one is actually my favorite. I really enjoyed watching this the other night.
Wow. Okay. Now, Price is at his. This guy just oozes smarm like a slug. You know what I mean? He does. He does that aristocratic sneer better than anybody. He is truly evil in this thing. A literal Satanist in this movie.
He is. But I also find him likable for some reason. There's something about him, even when he's evil, he's so charismatic. I don't know. He kind of draws me in. I like him as an actor. So it's a great performance from him.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And I have to highlight one person that was in this film. Let me get his image. Now, there's Corman kind of mashed together 2 stories. It wasn't just Masque of the Red Death. He kind of shoehorned in a bit of Hop Toad, and the person that plays Hop Toad, if I get his name right, Skip Martin, criminally underrated. I thought in a way they were the highlight of the film. What did you think of them?
I thought so too. I thought this guy was great entertainer, great at tricking people. He's evil too, just like Vincent Price. I thought it was a great performance.
Absolutely. And just I didn't know this. You don't really know this watching the film, but the Red Death is not the bubonic plague. It's anthrax, apparently.
Is it really?
That's what Wikipedia says. And it also says, I don't want to give spoilers because part of this is to encourage people to see each of these films. Yes. So I don't want to spoil it, but at one point you see these cloaked figures, and they each one represents something. Now, the film doesn't tell you this. I only get this from Wikipedia. Now, let me find this. Sorry, folks, for some dead air. Here we go. The Red Death is anthrax. The white cloaked figure is tuberculosis. The yellow is yellow fever. The orange is scurvy. The blue is cholera. The violet's influenza, and the black is the black plague. Now, you don't get that from the film at all.
No. I didn't actually put that together, so it's interesting. I saw the cloaks and the different colors, but I didn't know what it represented. So I'm glad that you explained that.
And yeah, so classic, and it's all about really this one. The colors are so rich, and there's these different colored rooms that they go through, which I could spend a year in that purple room alone.
I love the different rooms they go through. I love the color of it, the cinematography. It's just very vivid and stands out, and it's very classic. I love the set pieces. Everything, their costumes are amazing.
Absolutely. And Hop Toad gets I'm not going to say what it is, but he gets quite a terrifying revenge on the guy who wronged his Partner is kind of weird. It kind of looks kind of weird because it's obviously a child, but I guess she's in love with him. So I don't know. That feels kind of weird in modern time a bit.
That part is, I love the revenge part though, what he did, because I sincerely believed in him and what he was saying. I didn't know he was going to switch things around, and it was all just a ploy. But it's very entertaining, that part.
Absolutely. How would you rate this one, VB, if you had to, on a 1 to 10 crows?
Honestly,
let's say crows.
And I wouldn't just say this, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think this is a masterpiece. I really do. It's my favorite Vincent Price film now. I did. I just, because I love the plot. I love the acting. Like I said, I love the sets and colors. Everything about it was flawless to me. It was such an exquisite example of Gothic horror. So I loved it.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And now we will go on to pieces. Now, let me say, I say this so many times, I'm not a gore person, but I'll say this. I don't know why this film would have been seized and banned, because it's pretty tame gore-wise compared to some other films of the time.
Oh, yes. Definitely. I didn't think it was that bad. I really didn't. I found it more comedic than I did anything else. I didn't really find it very offensive or too gory.
So I got to ask you, I wasn't able to get a picture of this guy. Let me ask you this. Now, we may spoil this film, and I imagine most people watching have seen pieces. I won't totally spoil it. I won't say who the bad guy was, but there's a point where the female cop that's undercover goes walking, and we get Bruce Lee with one E. He's a martial arts actor. He just comes out of nowhere. Can you tell me what the heck this guy is doing in this film?
I honestly don't know. It's so random. I've seen it over and over. And I remember that part because the young guy is like, oh, that's my Kung Fu professor. It was so random and out there. I have no idea why that was put in there.
And it's so like tone deaf, stereotypical, because she basically kicks him in the jimmy. I think that's
she does. Yeah. That's how she takes him down.
And he gets up and he's like, I might have ate some bad chop suey. And it's like, man, can you be more stereotypical? What?
I think it's true. That's why I find this film just over the top and funny, if anything. That's one of my favorite random scenes.
There is a lot of funny parts. I have to give some props. One of my favorite actors, Christopher George, is in this. Like, that's a name to me.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. I thought he was great.
And Bluto from the modern day Popeye film. This guy has one expression that he's always doing. That expression right there.
I didn't realize that was him. Wow.
Yeah, Bluto from Popeye, and he's in so many of the B 80s jungle action films. He's always like a bad guy in those. And
I thought he did a great job.
Oh, he did a great job because obviously you think it's him, which we're not saying who it is, folks. Watch the film. I've also got to the young lad. Yeah, I think the mother's reaction was a bit over the top.
Oh, it was way over the top. It really was. There was no need for that. But I had no idea that he was going to go insane on his mom, but rightly so.
Yeah, she was pretty, and I have to say, I'm not saying who it is. Maybe the bad guy is this guy, because he sure seems like it through the film.
Yes, a lot of signs point to him. He happens to be there every time there's a murder. He shows up, so he's a good suspect.
So let me ask you, when did you first come across this film? Do you remember when you first saw it?
I first saw it about a year ago. So this isn't something I grew up with knowing. I would just see it on Tubi all the time, honestly. And I loved the tagline, you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. And I just kept thinking, I'm tempted to see this because I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So what's this all about? And then I watched it, and it was one of those love finds on Tubi that I thought, do I think it's a masterpiece? No, not like the movie we just talked about, but I do think it has its place. It's funny, and there's to some people, it is actually kind of gory. I love the whole concept. A guy murdering women and taking different body parts.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's shot in Spain, but they're trying to make it Boston, and
Yes.
the dubbing. Let's talk about the dub. I don't know. Did you watch it dubbed or did you watch it with subtitles?
Subtitles, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, you missed something because the dub is hilariously bad.
Is it? And I have to see it.
Yeah, because the 80s and late 70s dubbing from Europe, if they're trying to do an American accent, it's this sort of Brooklynized, but not really. It's what they think Brooklyn sounds like, but it's not what Brooklyn sounds like. And there's one part where the female cop, there's been a murder and she's bastard. That
was one of my favorite comedic moments. And that actress, she's married to Christopher George. Because if you look at the credits, Linda Day George is her name. So that's his wife.
Okay, now see, you just taught me something. Thank you. I never knew that. Wow. Okay. And I'll rate this one. Honestly, it's not as gory as you see the poster behind me. Now the poster says it's exactly what you think it is, but it's not really. It's not that gory.
No.
It's certainly not this torture porn garbage like is going on nowadays, Hostel and all that kind of stuff. It's not like that. That's
not my kind of thing anyway. This to me was okay. It pulls back a lot from what you see now.
Thank you. And they're not going for reality, folks. This is not them trying to be like, yeah, somebody's actually getting murdered, like some of the stuff we mentioned. This is just a funny, well-made early slasher. I don't know if you'd even call it a slasher really, because it's more of a murder mystery.
I would say murder mystery, yes, over slasher. 100%, you're right.
So I have to thank you for, because I would never have checked this out because of the poster and what the poster says. And you read about it and it's like, oh, it was seized and banned. And it's like, man, there's way worse films of the time period.
I know. I was surprised.
Zombie Flesh Eaters is way more hard to take than this one.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Or
some of the films I like Cannibal Holocaust. Like there's so many more films that are really graphic. And in that film, they really kill animals. That movie was a lot of controversy. So to me, this is very mild if you don't mind like chainsaw killings. Yeah, there's some gore. There's some gratuitous gore, but it's not over the top.
Not at all. Not at all. So don't let the poster fool you, folks. I will rate this one on my 1 to 10. How far will I crank it? I'm actually going to crank it to 7 because the gore is not over the top. It's well made. I love the Europe trying to be America. I love that feel.
Yeah.
And the actors, it's got legitimate actors, folks. Paul L. Smith is legitimate. Christopher George is a giant in the film industry. I love him. So I'm going to give it that rating, and I feel like it's justified. And I encourage people to check out, if you don't know either film, if you're into horror, you probably have already seen them. But by chance, if you haven't seen either one, definitely give them a chance and check out the Villainous Vixen channel, because I love the chill vibe, and there's good people orbiting you as well. I don't want to say the name wrong. Your commenters, I'm going to get it wrong. Please correct me. But is it Mike's Movie Addict?
Movie Addict. Yes, you have that right.
Okay, and he happens to be Mike. Okay, I think that's how it works. But yeah, good people that watch your channel, and Candle Coven. I got to mention Candle Coven.
She's awesome right too. Yes. Those are my good friends, and they're very supportive of not just me, but anyone that appears on my channel. They're always there to subscribe, and they're very interested in getting to know people. So absolutely. I try to keep my circle small, but it's all good people.
That's it. And if you check out her channel, do you want to talk about what you got coming up? You got something exciting coming up that's going to be a regular feature.
Well, 2 things. The first thing is every Friday night, I want to have a live show where I talk about different topics and have different guests, including yourself. I definitely want to have you there. The other thing is every Saturday night for now, I'm still doing countdown of 80s horror from 1980 to 1989. So this upcoming Saturday will be 1982.
Wow.
Which
Okay.
one of my picks for it will be Pieces, because for 82, that's one of my favorites.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this was a lot of fun. I definitely thank you. Thank you for inviting me on, because I was kind of dormant at the time, and let me give you the credit for that. Yeah, check out Villainous Vixen and check out these two films, because they are each in their own way classics, really. And
absolutely.
And if you're gore shy, you know, you see it coming in Pieces, and you can always fast forward past it if it's really bothers you, but it's honestly not that bad. It's sort of, you know, there's not even as much, you know, Texas Chainsaw itself didn't have much at all.
It really didn't. No, it's very misleading to what you think it would be.
Absolutely. Well, Villainous Vixen, I'll give you the final word, and then we will skedaddle.
I just want to thank you for having me. I thought this was fun. And thank you for recommending this movie, because it's a new favorite. I'm slowly learning all of the filmography of Vincent Price, and this one was a classic. So this was fun.
Awesome. All right, folks. Tomorrow night will be another night at the movies.
Awesome.